Previously on Dumpster Fire.
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Oh, I love this movie. Oh, it's the TV show. I found out it was a Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs show. And my initial thought was, I'm gonna give you a chance, Cartoon Network. Like, it's so bad to me. Like, am I getting old? Am I getting old? I'm barely 20. I'm not even 20 yet. Why is Cartoon Network feeling so horrible to me? It can't just be me. It really can't. It just can't. I'm not that old. I'm going to review the first episode. Episode 1. Hold on. I have to actually look up the episode name. Because this show is so horrible, I didn't do the prep time to memorize anything.
And now, on with the review.
To be real with y'all, my viewers, I'm reading this directly from my phone. Because this show is bad. I don't want to spend prep time remembering this show. I want to do this video to forget this show exists. So, episode 1 is called And the Winner Is. Yes, I watched the episode. Basically, this episode starts where Flint is talking to Sam in his little laboratory treehouse thing. He was like, I never showed you, voila, my trophy room. And they do the gag that the movie had where it was like this cool looking thing that he pulls it back and it's a curtain, and I chuckled a bit because I was like, okay, I like that gag, it was funny. And then it shows like a bunch of trophies that look like he made for himself. And I was like, oh, that's kind of sad. He's so lonely. And they were talking about this one trophy, and she was like, actually, I won that trophy. And he was like, no, I won that trophy. And they have like a little argument to him, like, no, I won the science fair. No, you won the science fair. So they have a flashback. The first episode is basically a flashback. So, to summarize it, Sam Sparks is new at his school. The school principal is also the mayor. The police officer guy, what's his name? Carl? He's the gym teacher, regular teacher, and still the police officer. So I'm going like, okay, I can maybe deal with that. They live on a small town. People have to do extra jobs. But Carl didn't age. Let me pause, because I want to make sure I'm saying his name right. Earl, not Carl Earl. I'm stupid, I'm sorry. Earl didn't age. Like, saying black don't crack ain't even justifiable. If he was the teacher while they were in high school or whatever, and he still is looking like that while they're adults in the movie, he ain't aged one bit. So, first episode already starts off weird, saying Sam Sparks is a new student here at this school when they're not supposed to meet until they're adults, but whatever. Show goes on where they like, yo, I'm an inventor, but I'm also an inventor, but you can't out-invent me in my hometown. Yes, I can, blah, blah, blah. So the first episode is them building different machines, trying to one-up each other, and they accidentally create a tornado. And they see the tornado, and the first thing they say is meatballs. And I'm like, wait, is this the food tornado already? Is it about to be spaghetti? What's going on here? No spaghetti, regular tornado, but they said meatballs. Now after watching, I've watched 4 episodes of this show. After watching 4 episodes, these 2 characters say meatballs whenever something bad happens. I just crossed my leg. Y'all can't see, but I did, because I want to think about this. Now, I don't know a lot of people. My friends list is kind of small, but I've never heard anyone ever say meatballs when something bad happens. Dang nabbit. Oh darn. But meatballs? Meatballs are good. Meatballs are delicious, especially on a meatball sub. So why say it like it's a bad thing? But I digress. I'm not gonna go into it. So the show goes on. they talk about, well, why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? And she goes like, well, my family moves around a lot, so I don't like making friends, because as soon as I make friends, I gotta move. And that was like a recurring thing in the show. Her talking about her family is always moving, so she doesn't like making new friends because she's gonna leave anyway. And I was like, that's sad. I feel for that. I feel for that because that was Gus's story in Recess. And I feel for that because I've actually known some people. And it's happened to me before where, because I wasn't popular, I finally made a friend in school. Then I had to move or I switched schools and I never seen them again. So I feel for that. But here's what this show does to kind of make it seem like the movie did happen correctly. Flint says, be friends with me now, and if you ever leave, I will invent a machine that will erase both of our memories, so you'll never have to miss me. And I was like, that's sad, that's touching. Wow, I didn't expect that from this TV show. But then I thought about it, and I thought, is this what the show's explanation is? Is this show seriously trying to tell me that all this did happen before the movie, and she ends up moving away, so he erased his and her mind? I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. But I don't think he erased the entire town's mind. Like, he said mine and yours. So in the first movie, people should remember her. Like, oh, weren't you the girl who was here for a few years? Weren't you the girl that was here for a few months? Blah, 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 blah. But no, nobody knew her. But everybody knows her here. Even though a lot of characters still call her New Girl, people know who she is. So I find it, like, lazy that this is your explanation. The reason why all this could happen is because she moves eventually and I erase everybody's mind, blah, blah, blah. That's lazy. What I would have done, have the whole thing still in the past, but have him have actual friends. Like, I know he was a loner, but you could create some friends. They created one new character, and it's the mayor's son. I think his name is Gil. Let me look it up right now, because I'm not gonna take the time to remember it. Gil. It's Gil. That's Gil. I want to talk about Gil, because I feel bad for Gil. When I first saw Gil, I thought he was going to be like, the mayor has this wacky assistant. But he's the assistant and his son. Like, that kid, like, the first episode was the mayor's the principal, and he was like, yes, sir, Mayor, Dad, sir. And he was like, no one likes to suck up Gil. And Gil was like, no one likes to suck up Dad. And I was like, aw, I feel bad for you. But then through, like, other episodes of the series, he's following the mayor around, doing his tasks like an assistant, writing stuff down like an assistant. But no matter what he does, the mayor does not accept him. And I know that was a thing in the movie when he was like, you're like a son to me. But if baby Brent was like a son to him, what happened to Gil? Did Gil die? Did Gil leave? Because I would have left. I straight would have left, because, jeez, he's a jerk. But I feel bad for Gil. Yeah, let's have a moment of silence for Gil. Okay, that moment's over, because the show is horrible. Now, I've watched a few other episodes of the show, and I want to hop back to why the memory erasing thing don't make no sense. So, in the movie, there's a Mexican guy. Oh, I don't want to be racist, but he has the Mexican voice and accent, and I think he is Mexican. His name is Manny. He was the camera guy in the original movie. He didn't say much until, like, the end, And then it was like, it turns out he was a jack of all trades. He was like, I'm a camera guy, I'm a pilot, I'm also a doctor. I can do anything you ask. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. I like this guy. He's a jack of all trades in the show. He's always there. He has some speaking roles. He sung a song in one episode, but they never address him by name. He's just there. And I thought for a while, did they forget his name? Was it like sometimes they talk to him without saying his name, but like, why? So it wasn't until I read the Wikipedia page, and I'm about to read it back to you. Let's see here, where was it? Manny, as head of the school's audio-visual club. They never mentioned this once in the show. He's just there. And what I assumed was he's still the camera guy. And I was like, so she had a camera guy ever since she was a little girl? But no, if Manny is there and he's head of the school's audio-visual club, that means he works there. That means he lived there. That means that he was part of the town. That means that erasing the mind, things won't work unless you erased him as well. You would have to erase him and Sam from everything, from everyone. I know it's a small town, but are you actually going to put in that work? Erasing both of them? Then why both of them? They weren't, like, from what they've shown in the show, she and Manny aren't really close friends. In the show, they talk about they're each other's friends. That's all they got. And even in the show, they hint that they could be a relationship. Like, oh, I never had my first kiss, me either. But you, kissing is gross. No. Like, this is a dumpster fire. This is a dumpster fire show. This video is becoming long enough talking about this show. And I don't want to talk about it any further. I've watched about 4 episodes. I watched the pilot. I watched the episode when they were talking about a magic fish that he tried to bring back to life. I seen an episode where he created a robot that could predict the future. I've seen enough of this show, honestly. The only character that I think stays true is the mayor. But the mayor's rich in this show. Like, he's just taking all the town's money. And the only thing that this show does right, Earl's son, Cal, wait, his name is Earl, right? Yep. Earl's son, Calvin, is a baby in this. That's the only thing it does right. Everybody else looks the same, but supposedly is in high school. But his son, that he still adores and still talks about, is a newborn in this one. In the movie, he's like, what, 8 or 9? So, I respect that. Somebody knew what they were doing with that one thing, and they did it. Did any of the voice actors from the first movie come back to reprise their roles from the TV show? No. Just no. Why would they? Why would they want to drag their career down the tubes? Like, the biggest problem I always have is, like, I know it's a show made for kids, aimed for kids. You don't expect adults or older teens to watch it. But that doesn't mean you have to make it stupid. Gumball is aimed for kids. It has a ton of adult jokes. It has a ton of witty humor. It has good puns. Like, when I was little, I grew up watching stuff like Ren and Stimpy, Rocko's Modern Life, things like that, and creators of those shows were always pushing the boundaries of what you can show in a kid's show. Like, back in those days, cartoons weren't just for kids, they were for adults, and a lot of people would make things in mind, like, oh, the parent is probably watching this with the child. Let's throw in a good few smart jokes in there that the parent can laugh at, and the kid will go, Dad, what does that mean? And he'll pat their head and say, I'll tell it to you later, Timmy. Like, more effort needs to be done. Cartoon Network, you kind of killed my childhood. Like, I had dreams of working with you, but right now, I want to fix you. You need rehab. You keep telling yourself that you're okay, but you're not. You're not okay, Cartoon Network. You're not okay. There's a person on Facebook and Twitter called The Rise and Fall of Nickelodeon. Check him out, because he rants about this more than I do. You're not okay, Cartoon Network. Maybe we can fix you. Maybe we can start a new renaissance of cartoons. Like, Disney XD is becoming king. They have an anime block. They have actual funny cartoons. There's a cartoon on Disney XD that I thought was stupid until I watched it, and it's called Right Now Kapow, and I'm gonna make an episode about it, because when I seen the trailers and like first heard it being announced, I thought the show was stupid. Then I watched it and I died laughing some episodes. So Disney XD know what they doing. Disney, I don't watch Disney. I don't know what they trying to do. Nickelodeon has the Wow House and stuff. They doing things. They're bringing back Invader Zim. Oh goodness, I forgot. They're bringing back Invader Zim. Nickelodeon gets passed. Disney XD gets passed. I don't know about Disney. Nicktoons is still Nickelodeon's graveyard. I don't have Boomerang. I don't know what they doing, but Cartoon Network, you need some help. These reboots aren't helping. These cash grabs aren't helping. The new Ben 10 is coming out soon. Let's see if that new Ben 10 will be a dumpster fire or a TV rundown. That's the end of this video. If you liked it, subscribe or like the video. If you hate it and think I'm stupid, you can hate me. You can dislike it. I don't care. YouTube is kind of failing. So hey, I'm still gonna be here, and I'm still gonna give you what I think you want. As always, everybody, stay weird, stay wild, and have a good time. Bye-bye.